Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. That's right, WX fan back again with all of you. Like you all haven't had enough listening to me on a Sunday. This time, I am joined by the one, the only, you all lover. It's M-Rock. M-Rock, what's happening?
What's up, WX fan?
I have been looking forward to this. I saw you on
Exciting.
commentary, and I'm like, I need to do commentary. I know it's 10 o'clock Eastern. I don't care. Like, this is going to be a blast. So, and we have Lynx Unlimited and jmeasher. jmeasher winning their round one matchup to now go take on Lynx. What do you know about these runners here?
Well, Lynx is a longtime friend. He actually asked me to do comms tonight, so thanks for accommodating the Pacific Standard Time. I know it's sleepy time for you, for a lot of you, but I mean, Lynx is a solid 80% runner, a solid GTC runner, a solid Super Metroid anything runner.
Top 100% runner.
Yeah, and I'm pretty certain that jmeasher, like you just said, won his matches to get here against Lynx. So I feel like it's gonna be a pretty exciting race. It looks like who got this? Oh, Imrock was at 70%. I see. Sorry, just reading the chat. So whose choices were these? I think. Let me pull it up here.
Yep, I got you. We're going to work on getting them synced up for you here as well, folks. Just bear with me a moment. Lynx came in this as the higher seed, Mrock.
Yeah.
And elected to have pick one. What does that mean? It means that Lynx had first pick at veto, but gets second game mode pick. So definitely a little strategy involved here. So Lynx banned Metroid objectives. jmeasher banned Gravity 9+1, and this is jmeasher's pick of Varia plus movement.
Varia first move. So this so Varia plus movement is an interesting pick because it definitely serves the and this is probably jmeasher's strong strengths because it does serve the map rando player, right? Because we're going to see a lot of map rando tricks because you start with spring ball, high jump, Varia, ice, a lot of movement, grapple, so a lot of suitless water, a lot of flipping, a lot of map rando shenanigans.
That is very true. In Twitch chat, okay, I think we can leave poor Nevdi alone. Leave Nevdi alone. Unless you all want to type Nevdi morph in Twitch chat. Someone already said at least it's not a 35-minute morph seed.
Oh yeah.
That was brutal.
Those seeds are definitely brutal. I mean, here we are, within 3 minutes of the start of the game. We can confirm it is not a Nevdi morph seed because those players have more.
Oh, how Nevdi hasn't fired me yet from commentary, I don't know. But as long as I'm still allowed to do commentary, I don't care. Now, all kidding aside, Nevdi's been a great sport. That's going to Game 3, by the way. When that gets scheduled, we will let you all know. But M-Rock, you also are competing in this tournament. How'd your round one matchup go?
Oh, I got demolished, but you know what? This was my first time in a tournament playing any sort of SM competitively. And so it was a blast. My opponent is very good at this game. So he definitely took it. But it's been a blast. So and everybody in the Map Rando community is so kind. I've learned a lot from Lynx himself, actually, and for both any percent and Map Rando. So
everyone in this community is great.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So with that being said, we take a look at both sides here, M-Rock. Lynx is already to the shipping criteria. jmeasher The biggest difference between these two racers right now is that very small ammo advantage that Lynx has. 5 missiles and 5 power bombs may not seem like a lot, but when it comes to map rando, it can be the difference between progression through ammo doors and not, just like what Lynx found, a missile door.
Yeah, and I mean, having explosives this early on, like Lynx having the power bombs, you need those for so much, especially, I mean, you have spring balls, so I guess you don't need to bounce in that sense, but, right, everything, here we are, green door, I mean, neither of them have supers, but like you said, having both explosive and missiles already is just going to open up this map for Lynx.
Agreed. Nice missiles over in Maze. jmeasher has found the ship. Again, no way of getting there right now. No explosives. We also want to give a special shout out to Chozo Bozo, the Bozo one of Chozo. May have come from Chozodia, but the Chozo Bozo's hanging out on the tracking gimmick. Make sure you show Chozo Bozo some love. As I've been saying, trackers are the unsung heroes of any randomizer race. So make sure you show the love to the Chozo Bozo in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I don't...
Twitch chat, I'm just going to call this now. You are asking for it. If I raise MRock to 1,000, if I see one more person say that MRock is quiet, I will put her at 1,000, and you think I'm loud? Just wait till that happens. I'm kidding.
I don't know. Discord doing Discord things. I'm trying my best. I'm literally eating the mic, chat. What do you want from me? All
And not eat the mic.
Well, I mean... this is what you get, alright? All that to say, it looks like there's a lot of back and forth in this seed already, because here we see Lynx coming back to the ship. And then jmeasher is finding his first missiles. It's going to be interesting, because I feel like a lot of these formats, the tournament formats, lead to late morph, or late supers, or late power bombs, late something, which can dump a lot of people. It's definitely a knowledge check in a lot of ways. And map randos are just, there's so much to know. We'll see. It definitely expects creativity when you are without something important.
Mark, you know what I'm surprised we haven't seen yet? And we're finally seeing the first one of it. Where have been our water rooms? Typically with Varia plus movement, you would expect to see a lot of the water rooms early. Because of the movement items, you expect to see some spring ball jumps. You expect to use that grapple beam in Everest. Where are our water rooms at? Oh, there they are. They were on the wrong side of criteria.
Oh, there you are. There you are. See, but this is how the commentator's power works. We just speak something and it becomes existence.
Excellent.
It often happens. So.
Which chat's gonna Venmo me $1,000 each?
Oh, there we go.
Wrong one. Tried this earlier. Twitch chat enjoyed the joke.
I was gonna say something that I forgot. It left.
It was the greatest comment ever that none of you ever heard.
So
You're welcome.
And Lynx. And my nickname for Lynx, and it has been for the last like 8 months I've known him, is Lynxy. So if that comes out,
I like it.
Talking about Lynx.
Do it.
But he did just find the first super, so progression can happen. Eating supers, it looks like as well.
He's in trouble.
Oh, because he wanted to just get out of there because the Metroids.
Yeah. So jmeasher finds that reserve tank, and that reserve tank did come in handy for Lynx. If he didn't have that earlier, he would have been in massive trouble out of those Metroids. But luckily, he had that full reserve tank. And that's one of the other things about this kind of category, too. You may think, oh, I got plenty of movement items. Yeah, but you still need to be very careful on your energy. Thank you, D-Rocky. Save early, save often. That's another $20 for me, by the way, D-Rocky, due to my royalties for that.
Yeah, I think when, at least in my experience, when you're given all of these tools, you can get a little too comfortable and oftentimes neglect things like resource management, right? Because you're like, wow, I have all these items. What does it matter? And then you're super locked or power bomb locked, or you've run out of health, or.
We saw this earlier in the Carter versus Oates best of 3. Resource management early on one of those seeds was so key. We saw a Kraid very early on with only 5 supers in the racer's back pockets. So that proved to be interesting. Resource management definitely key. So I don't know how that started, D-Rocky, but I assure you I have no royalty on that. Someone did make me a nice emote that said save early, save often. That will be on my Twitch channel eventually as soon as I can figure out how to upload emotes. Never really given it the time. I'm too busy casting. But anyway, jmeasher is in a little bit of shambles here early on here, Emrock. Really struggling to figure out where to go with the logic here. And 10 minutes in, we're still in criteria figuring out where to go.
Yeah. I do, it is nice that this ship is here because it's such a good central base where you can keep doing this save scum where you're saving, you go explore, nope, that was garbage, right, we revert back, and there's not too much of a penalty, but yeah, not having the supers is really hindering a lot of his progress. I do like how in the underwater cactus room, LynxX froze the cactus to get more height to jump up to the top door, being resourceful. We love to see it. And, you know, while saves are great for progression, ooh, wave, that's a cozy item. Saves are great for exploration, right? It can save you so much time when you can be, I don't want to say careless, but you can be a bit more adventurous.
Very true. So, for those of you that are wanting to follow along, !bracket in the Twitch chat will allow you to follow along with the Gold League bracket. This is going to be the number 8 seeded Lynx versus the number 25 seeded jmeasher. One of our lower bracket matchups. 2 of them, actually, are set. And I will not put spoilers for today's, but one of the 2 matches is Emmett versus D-Rocky Lizard in the lower bracket. That is one of the matches we know of so far. Lynx about to execute some spring ball strats here. G4 room, a pretty decent room to do this in here, Emrock.
Yeah.
And I said this the other day. A pretty good room if you want to get that practice hack. The SM practice hack. And practice your spring ball tech. That's a really good room to do it in, because it kind of gives you that right height to be able to practice spring ball jumping.
Yes, but you have to have high jump for it to work in this room. Yeah. It's interesting. So jmeasher just got his first supers there in the Alpha Powerbomb room. And LynxX was picking up his second pack of supers. So I don't know if much has changed. It looks like Lynx has wave, but otherwise they seem pretty
Very
even.
even.
Point. Yeah, that I mean that extra super pack will of course come in handy, but it's not make or break this early in the game.
Agreed. And the only way out of criteria is the Norfair connector to the south. Alright, chat, that's it. Gameaholic just had to say it. You had to push my buttons. Prepare for the 1000 volume Emrock.
Alright. Yes. I don't know what it is about Discord. I mean, it. You know what? And you can't see my cam. You know how expressive I am, and I talk with my hands. I told people when they were watching my race yesterday that to practice their lip reading skills because I'm very expressive and then after a while I realized I was a little too expressive and we were on a family friendly channel and I started making sure that I was censoring the words that you could not hear.
Totally fair. That's why I jokingly say bleep or whatever, but yep, I completely understand. So now I'm just being trolled by chat. I'm gonna close all of you. I'm just closing the chat down. I boosted MRock to 200. What else do you people want?
You people.
Yeah, you people live here in Twitch chat. Hi, YouTube.
Okay, I'm trying to take a peek at this map. It looks like so there. I'm not sure what goodies they're looking for here in Criteria, but it seems like the only other area that I saw was Norfair to the bottom right, but we'll have to see once they pause again. Unless there were majors. Yeah, and things like worst room in the game aren't as scary when you have all of these items. As long as you have power bombs, you can use the high jump to jump up, right? And having Varia and whatnot.
Yeah, there's that wave beam for jmeasher. Hell. Dimensive, if you could maybe take a look at that, or someone could take a look at the sound settings. I've tried playing with it on my end. Sorry, Emrock, if it seemed like I was a little AFK. We're having some issues with the audio settings, like in the SpeedGaming channel where your input's coming from. I don't know why. I've boosted you twice now, and apparently it's not boosting. Aussie's gonna hit the buttons.
Okay. I've done.
Now you know what's gonna happen, Emrock, right? You know what's gonna happen? The chat's gonna complain. Now Emrock's too loud.
Nice D-boost up to the spikes.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
But then again, someone of LynxX's caliber who does all these categories, a tech like that, isn't surprising to any of us.
Correct. Yes. Alright, so Lynx probably isn't going to go for any other energy tanks at this point because he is used to doing PRKD and running 3 energy tanks on it, and this is more than enough to get through the entire game.
Yep.
Especially with Varia, so I won't be surprised if he skips other hollows.
Double chamber for Lynx.
Yeah, this is a bit annoying. He could super the Namahi, but
oh look, more E.
Hey, I mean, you know what? If it's in the way, might as well, right? Interesting.
So Aussie's gonna hit the buttons, chat. Wait for Aussie's cue. We'll get MRock set and squared away. Till then, I've lowered my gain so you guys can raise up the actual audio. See if that makes things better while we get things fixed. In the meantime, jmeasher has taken and really been all over Criteria, but now seems to have found his way forward. And Lynx finds bombs. With only 5 PBs for Lynx, that is a massive item find.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, the main, right, when you have this many items, what you're primarily looking for is speed, right? Because so often things are speed locked. And then would it be nice to run into charge? Absolutely. But if you can just grab, because in the in map randos now, there are 4 extra super packs. So a lot of these seeds where you're given so many majors already, you can pivot ammo pretty early on. So it'll be
Correct.
interesting to see if, which majors these players will go for, and that's another curious thing, or a really neat thing about map randos, is that you really get to make it your own based on your experience, right? Based on your knowledge, based on your comfortability. So someone like me is going to grab all the safeties and all the baby items versus, someone like Lynx, or even, jmeasher, people who are more experienced in map randos. Oh no, this
Measher is
sand.
stuck.
Yeah, this sand. Most of the sands you can get out of as long as you have high jump, but for whatever reason in Coliseum, there's also spikes. What's the word I'm looking for? Lining the bottom of it, and supposedly you can get out of it with high jump, but I've never been able to do so.
It is doable. It's not easy, but it is doable from what I've heard.
Yeah.
And again, like I was gonna mention, jmeasher got out of the first sand with no problem. That second one, he struggled in. So he's definitely a little bit further behind now. And again, this was his map pick. Sorry, my Counter-Strike caster has taken over. This was his mode pick. So again, he felt really confident in being able to pick this. Now, I will say the only other 2 modes that are available for Lynx to choose is double suits and no objectives. And I was saying this earlier, Amrock, and you can tell me if you agree or not. When I was commentating Carter versus Oates, and no objectives was picked by Oates, I'm like, this is not surprising. When you have a mode like no objectives, which just get what you need, find Mother Brain, and get what you need to beat Mother Brain and go, makes a lot of sense, right? But if I was racing someone like Oates or Lynx or an Aussie or an Eddie, that's my permaban against them, because that is speed plus tech and just movement. I wouldn't let them be able to get that category against someone of that caliber. What about you, Amrock? Like, if you're in, let's put yourself in jmeasher shoes. You're going up against Lynx. How are you thinking in your mind for those picks and bans?
Yeah, that's interesting, because oftentimes double suits are going to favor those who have phenomenal movement, because you can get away with so little and you don't have to worry about any suitless anything. And then no objectives for me. So I would probably do the double suits and then no objectives, because no objectives still at the end of the day requires RNG, and the general consensus from a lot of these, a lot of the brains that I picked as I was thinking about my own bans and picks, was that, no objectives for anybody, doesn't matter how seasoned you are, it can turn into a crapshoot real fast. And so it seems to be genuinely disliked. And so I'm typically going probably more first towards the double suits and then something like no objectives, because I could still win no objectives based on RNG. But then you just see, how we saw, I don't know if it's been in a tournament, but, Eddie gets a sub 40 and a no objectives map rando seed. And, yeah. I think I've done a couple of those, and DNF'd a couple because they suck. Not gonna lie.
There's definitely pros and cons to everything. Now let's take a look at this Brinstar map. Oh, look at the majors. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. So that's Fishing Hole. That could be 5. We could have 2 rooms that have double majors, because one of the other majors is Brinstar Reserve. That's fun.
One second. I'm gonna see if I can do something on my side.
It's not you. It is whatever going on the SpeedGaming side, because we boosted you twice. It's not you. Space jump and missiles and Fishing Hole here. Fishing hole, watering hole, whatever you want to call it. Demensive, if you're still hanging out in the Twitch chat, you can check that. I know Ossie's pressed buttons on his side.
Yeah.
So my volume's down if you guys want to raise your volume on your streams. And I've got my mic a little further away. I've dropped my gain. So if you want to raise your volumes till we get this fixed, go and do that. But in the meantime, MRock here. Lynx has already got 1. Space Jump is nice. This is going to be it.
Oh,
Ooh!
Now
Pancakes!
It won't surprise me if at this point, if Link pivots to ammo, unless the majors are on the way. I mean, we still don't know if things are blocked. I couldn't tell if Fair's blocked. I know that jmeasher just went through the Decora pit room. But if it's not speed blocked, it might say, heck it. Oh, there's here, not that far out of the way. So he is. Oh, there's. Yeah, and I mean at this point, it won't surprise me if it's just off.
Yeah. What was the other major we just found? X-ray? Yeah.
X-ray, yeah.
Yay.
So 15. So because they both have ice, they don't. As long as they know how to zip skip, that's not a. Chat. Oh.
See, this is why
Okay. So here's what I have to say about chat. All right. Let me tell a story.
Go ahead.
So, I've been doing a lot of map rando practice online, and wow, I'm just, I'm getting better, whatever, shambling. Then I've been doing runs offline, and I'm like, wow, I'm doing great. And then this is before my turn. Go back online, and I do a couple map randos, and I just hang. And I'm gonna blame chat for that, just like that, trolling us.
Jeez, chat.
You know what? Chat. Kidding. I love you, chat.
See, like to me, MRock, that's like half the fun of commentating and doing this live. To have that interaction with chat, even though they know it's all in jokes and everything else. If you can entertain, tell good stories, and like for me, I love the play-by-play aspect. I love that kind of stuff. So.
No, I love chat. I mean, as we were talking about before the match, that I'm a big extrovert, and I'm my own. I am the problem because I live in chat. So it looks like Lynx. I don't even know. Have we seen any boss yet? I know that.
No.
Okay, here's.
We've seen no bosses yet. This has been extremely weird. We might gonna find a couple right here in Norfair. Would not surprise me to see 3.
Oh.
Well, we got 1 and Mother Brain.
Oh, it's not speed blocked. Okay, so now that Link is at the Decora pit, doesn't go unless the frog pit. Oh no, but we need a.
MRock, check out the map. We have a double Meridia entrance and a double Torian entrance.
Yep.
That's rare to see. And hi, Ridley. Ridley was hiding right there. 2 bosses and Mother Brain here in Norfair.
So, I like this is a good revert. So, what's interesting about that map that we just saw, it could be speed locked because that's that Croc way on the way back from Meridia. But if that other Meridia entrance is go in and out, might disregard the other major. At this point, now that we know the Decora pit, nice for a hot knockball for. And with Lindsay having gravity, just flying, swimming, falling with style.
jmeasher's doing an excellent job of playing catch up, by the way. I don't think we've really given that enough time. jmeasher has been playing a really good job of catch up here mid-game.
Yeah. feel like because it's jmeasher isn't as far behind. I mean, it would be nice to have gravity, but
Ooh,
hasn't
okay.
fought any.
Sorry, Emrock. Double
that's okay.
major.
Yeah. But
Gary, anytime you want to move.
Yeah, Gary. Oh, there we go.
Gar-
Oh.
Oh no!
Jamie, the grapple jump. This is going for the main. Is it? Does he think it's? Oh, he's probably looking for charge. Okay. Maybe because the exits have been out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Plasma would be amazing too, but it's Phaser.
No, we love Spazer in this house, WF fan. Yeah, we do. We sure do. Don't we, Chad?
PRKD folks.
No, I pay PDR. But I did early ice something.
Plasma beam, best beam.
I mean, it's great, but Imrock stays biggest hate. Okay, now that's slander in chat. That's
Terminator is going to be a really quick major to get to. Not surprising to see Lynx. Yeah, Lynx is heading right for the Terminator major.
Yeah, because at this point, there's 4 majors left, and
bang!
They're all good. Yeah.
Better beam.
We still
Best beam.
For it in any effective way.
Now, this will be interesting to see what jmeasher elects to do. Remember, we saw Lynx revert back to Bryn and go to the wreck ship. So this is jmeasher's opportunity. If jmeasher can feel confident enough to do Suitless Dre and then to go to Ridley with just this amount, which he can't even do yet.
Yeah, nope.
No charge beam. And Lynx, no charge beam. Neither one can go to Dragon.
To Dragon?
jmeasher can, but it would be suitless.
Yeah. I mean, neither at this point kill Ridley. They don't have.
Boink. Boink. Oh, jmeasher, that was nicely done.
They, you know, even though it would be suitless Dragon, that's not the end of the world because they have high jump, they have Varia, they have grapple, so that's not as bad.
Mm-hmm. And Misha's actually going for Meridia.
Solid play. Oh, taking the saving, it's a dud. I like that. That's a good thing.
This is one of the more underrated things, and the things you're going to see a lot of the higher level map rando racers do. You want, as much as I say it, save early, save often. The thing with saves also when it comes to map rando, the reverting is so crucial at certain times. So what Misha just did, hey, if they find nothing, they have the revert back to Norfair. The same way Lynx got the map for Norfair, reverted to Bryn, went to wreck ship. It's so crucial when it comes to finding the right save stations and doing those reverts. They can pay off in your favor and save you a lot of time from backtracking.
Oh, okay. So, we'll make 5 supers for Link. He has 35. So he has 30 supers with missiles. So he could kill the bosses.
Hi, Kraid.
He would still need more for accidental Kraid. Thingy.
Beans. Beans, at least it wasn't me saying it this time.
Should you know Beans?
So, I commentated Gameaholic versus Cruel Beans with Spiffy. And one of the games, Beans never saved. And at one point did a whoopsie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Game won that one.
So, this is now in Meridia as well. So,
Accidental Kraid. Hi, Fantoon. Yep. It makes sense considering we've pretty much seen every area.
So, while it looks like they're about neck and neck right now, again, Lynx has the beam to be able to kill any of the bosses, whereas if jmeasher, I mean, we know where Ridley is in Warfare, but can't, right? Because again, he cannot kill Ridley without that has. So the hope is, does he find me for ice wave fight? Gonna lie.
Yep. Ice Wave Plasma, as soon as Lynx, if he can find that charge beam, 900 damage. The max you can get with the beam combo.
Pretty cool. Do you want a charge fight?
Alright. Oh no. jmeasher. Now we get some Fantoon DLC. Fantoon is angry!
Exactly, Cryptic. What matters is that he has space and it is still upright.
Emrock, what's your favorite beam combo?
My lawyer's advised me not to answer
Ah!
that. Okay, so listen. I do love me some plasma, ice and wave. However, having phaser and early ice, KPDR early on is pretty push. Not gonna lie. So on my any percent split, Fantoon is aptly named Bulbous Idiot. Indeed, Bulbous an idiot. But both of these runners took care of. Oh.
Okay.
So there's only 3 majors out there, and so there's a 30% chance, repeating, of course, that major something of value would either be speed.
I'm just gonna go with the crumble shaft is gonna be the charge beam.
You think so?
It's gonna be the one all the way to the left, and I don't think Lynx.
2. Okay.
Yep, there were 3 majors here in Meridia.
Oh, okay. Blind. He almost didn't grab him. He goes. Yeah.
So
I don't
we'll
think he's
see.
going all the way to the left because it's all the way out of the way. Oh,
We'll see
I
what.
see it's up and left.
The interesting thing here too, Emrock, is Lynx is just gonna go for the tiny X's. He's 3. He's 1 super pack away.
Yep.
He's 1 super away. Why hunt for charge?
Yeah. Yeah, well, he would need 1 regular missile pack too, because you need 30 supers for Mother Brain, and then you need 36 regular missiles for Mother Brain. So he would need 1 super and 1 regular missile.
18 missiles to break the tank. Rather, 18 projectiles to break the tank.
18 projectiles and then supers, but in map Rando, I think in map Rando's only supers. Oh, there it is. You called it. All right, WX fan. All right.
You're welcome.
Look at this beam. Look at this beam combo, though.
It's a terrible beam.
It's sad. It's very sad. We can
It is sad.
Obviously, we have this insight. It doesn't. But I still think Lynx is better off just getting 1 missile and. But he's going up to go check those pictures.
Lynx is gonna be upset when he finds Screw and Speed.
Speed, I don't think you reset just in case.
No.
Need it.
And a player like Lynx getting Speed to add on to his already insane movement skills.
Shine Spark Mother Brain. Oh, the Brain Buster. J. Yeah, they usually make the noises defensive. Oh, why aren't you picking up those regular missiles? Oh, because you're coming back. Oh, and I guess if it was charged, you didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go.
It's really interesting to see what's running through. I mean, we can't obviously know what's going on in either racer's mind, but it's interesting. So jmeasher with 5 supers is back in Norfair. Has charge. So at the very least, jmeasher is in go mode, but it's a very long go mode.
It's gonna
Because this
be
is not a powerful beam combo at all. Now, as opposed to Lynx, who goes from single chamber, and is now back over here.
yeah. So
No!
Yeah.
Lynx reverted!
Yeah. Because he, and I get this, because he says, well, if I get those 2 majors and they're not charged, then I know that charge is to the left here, I'm assuming. And he had only killed Kraid, so...
I thought he got... Wait a minute.
And he
No,
killed
Lynx
Phantoon.
got Phantoon.
Oh, okay, so the tracker. Okay, so he has to kill Phantoon also. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
He's gonna go kill both bosses again.
Maybe he thought he saved...
He thought he might have had another save.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Oh, but
Well, he
this...
knows that charge is here now, so...
Yep. And he's gonna be able to microwave beam Phantoon. So, we'll continue to get a little housekeeping out of the way with. This is your main event of the evening. Can I say that because it's the last game of the evening. Emrock and I got you covered. We got Emrock on comms, Choso Bozo on tracking, I'm on commentary, and this is our opportunity to let every single one of you know to go follow the runners. !R on the Twitch chat to follow the racers. !C to follow the commentators. This is a back-to-back-to-back best of 3. Emrock's excited. Choso Bozo is excited. I'm excited. Chat, are you excited? Thumbs up in the chat if you're excited.
Thumbs down if you hate fun.
Ooh, I wasn't gonna go there, but ouch.
Well,
That's best of 3 of the night,
Fun.
J-Wags. My bad. Is Ridley excited? I think Ridley... I don't know. Someone give that space pelican a hug. Maybe he'll calm down. Stop invading worlds.
Alright, we're gonna microwave.
Bye, Phantoon.
So Lynx is number 2 entire world. And so in that you microwave all of the bosses. So having microwaving the shrimp.
The space elephant shrimp.
So again, jmeasher still doesn't have gravity. Still needs a stronger beam. Also didn't pick up. Oh. Okay. And that's our gravity. Here we go.
There you go, jmeasher. Nicely done. That's gonna come in handy. This game is very much close.
It is. I mean, the only thing that's not making it close again is that jmeasher doesn't have. So well.
He doesn't have the other 2 beams.
Yep. Because even Phaser, even if Plasma is better at this, it's still, 60 shots to Mother Brain, Phaser, Wave, Ice. Step back, right?
Mm-hmm. Dragon time for Lynxy. See, I even said it, Emrock.
I know, the Imrockism. They're contagious. Alright, we're gonna see some microwaving.
And as always, your friendly PSA, do not microwave fish at work. I made that mistake early on in my professional career. Whoops.
So, fun fact, when microwaving Dragon, runners will crouch, because when Dragon dies, forces will stand up. or sustain depth. That's how you know that you're not overkilling. And that's why when Shine Spark hurt to death, you also get the blue suit at the end because of a very. So when you saw crouching, it was so that no one she's dead. Over microwave. Just don't microwave in general. That just sounds.
Did somebody in Twitch chat seriously to say, what about microwaving cereal?
That's Kona.
I'm literally trying to make sense of that, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, they are very close together, being and just cleaning up shop.
See, to me, oatmeal doesn't count as cereal. No, oatmeal does not count as cereal. Oatmeal is oatmeal.
And Kona's not talking about oatmeal. Record. Alright, so there's Mother Brain's right there. So now Link got everything you could ever want. This is probably going to be a sub-hour for Link.
Yeah, absolutely. Link's looking really well, and we know Mother Brain is already here inside of Norfair. So this has been really crucial here. I don't even know why Lynx is still looking for stuff at this point. Like, you have Charge Ice Wave Plasma.
Oh yeah, that's, I think, got that.
jmeasher thinks screw her speeders down here. Bump bump.
Wait, does he have charge? He doesn't have charge. So jmeasher doesn't have charge.
jmeasher does have charge.
He just paused and he doesn't have it.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, so he must have reverted because, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, he reverted all of Meridia.
Yeah. Oh, he did the same thing he did. Okay, yeah. I did not see that reset.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what Lynx did the exact same thing.
So. Yo, bozo! Don't be a bozo. Go make with the unchecking of the G4 for jmeasher.
So he has to kill Kraid and... Right? Is that what we saw?
Yeah, he's gonna go kill all of G4 now. Yikes.
I mean, I could see it if, like, for Link, he probably did the math and I'm assuming he either forgot where he saved or he was like, well, it won't as long to kill the bosses as it would to do all the things. But I didn't realize that JD.
None of us did. And for what it's worth, I told Chozo Bozo I was going to have fun with his name throughout this entire best of 3. So, don't get mad, chat. But no, like, Emrock, Chozo Bozo didn't see it, I didn't see it, you didn't see it. Yeah, I don't even think anyone in Twitch chat really recognized that jmeasher reverted back that far either. So, that's pretty interesting, so... And I apologize, folks. I didn't get you your favorite game of Guess the Escape Timer. We'll do it next one. Sorry. Yeah, I like to play a game with Twitch chat. Just like one of those, what do you think the escape timer is going to be?
Yeah. I like it.
So this is interesting, how far Criteria is away. I mean, you gotta go back to the beginning of the sea when they got to Norfair, and it was a western map, so there's no other good way to get back to Criteria. You gotta go all the way to the east of Norfair. There's a reason it's a 2-minute, 30-second timer.
Oh, he was gonna start ice.
Listen, J-Wags, I'm just happy to have co-coms. I'm just saying.
No, I'm glad that you signed up too, because I was like, well, I can't do comms by myself, but it's always fun when you have
Agreed.
a partner in crime.
I've been having fun. You've been having fun?
I've been having a blast.
Excellent. Chozo Bozo, what about you? You having fun? Your fingers tired yet from pushing all those buttons?
Yeah, I mean, it could be sub 50 letters.
It's gonna be close for sub 50.
Oh, no!
Chozo Bozo even
Wait for
says...
content.
Yep.
Alright.
Even Chozo Bozo's having a good time, so that's excellent. So it will not be sub 50. But nevertheless, Lynx put on a great show. And I mean, Emrock, this has been a rather frustrating seed throughout parts of this, especially trying to find that charge beam. The beginning of this seed was not kind to the runners at all. And I'm just gonna say, pay attention, folks. If you play Map Rando, Emrock's already dropped in a couple of really nice tidbits on what you should be looking for throughout these games. You gave you the Dragon tidbit and everything else. So make sure you just, you're paying attention. And this is why, I love play-by-play. I'm not the super technical analyst, so when you hear stuff like that, make sure you pay attention. Alright, and that's it. Lynx wins game 1!